Hello, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. Sorry if I look a little funny. Maybe I always look this way, but the light is just so bright. I don't know why. It's on the same setting it always is, but I just had to turn that down a little bit. But anyway, this will be an update for my fragrance project pan, and this is every year I do like a different random project, and this is the 2026 one. So I'm just trying to get through all of the I'm trying to curate my fragrance collection because mine is massive, but in the past few years I got really into sticking mostly to higher end fragrances because I just like them better and they're higher quality. I also, because I'm trying so many, I try buying only, why am I getting into this? But I'm trying to only buy like minis or like, you know, deluxe trial sizes as much as possible so I don't have giant amounts of fragrances like these Bath and Body Works body sprays. They're huge. So that's why I'm doing this project this year. And I mentioned in my, I need to update that. I need to do like a mid-year update, but in my planning to pan for this year, I really wanted to get through all of my old body sprays and then a lot of my alt fragrance ones because I went through an alt fragrances phase, but it's just not in the end for me, so I'm trying to get through those, and that is kind of where I'm at with this project. And I guess I'm kind of recapping because this is the mid-year update, and I feel like this is a really, sorry if you heard my pinky crack, this is a really good time to kind of assess where I am with this project and my fragrance collection. And even though I am a bit slower than I originally thought at the beginning of the year, which happens every year with every project, I'm still very happy with the progress that I have, especially for this update. So I'll just get into it. And you may have been able to guess this if you have been keeping up with the series, which by the way, I will leave linked in the description box in case you haven't seen it or you just want to get caught up. I was gonna say catched up. That's my Minnesota grammar coming out. And I'll also have it linked at the end of the video, but you could probably guess if you've been keeping up that I finished my alt fragrances terrestrial number 98, which is, oh, if you can see my like trash grabber in the background that I used to like pick up stuff that fell behind my bed. This is supposed to be a dupe for Alien by Mugler. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it. But I finally finished this. Now technically the way that I was using this was I was just dumping it into my leave-in conditioner because that smells like raw ingredients. And last time I was here and now I've used the rest. I basically, yeah, use like the exact same amount every update because I was always just using the exact same amount every time I would fill a new leave-in conditioner. And I literally just a few days ago finished the one that I was using, so then I used this to dump into my new one. So technically there's like, you know, fragrance from this bottle that still exists in my collection, but it's not in here anymore. So for this project, I'm considering this done. I even just today like used what was left in the little, like, not the nozzle, but this part, you know, of the sprayer on my body today. So it's 100% done. And I'm very excited for this to be empty because not only is it, you know, another like slightly bulky packaging out of my collection, but I'm just glad to be done with another fragrance. That was my only empty for this update, but I do have some more good progress. What's in this atomizer is another alt fragrance, the Falcon one, which is supposed to be a dupe for, I think it's Altair or Altair. I honestly can't remember, or I don't even know at all how it's pronounced, but it's supposed to be a dupe. However, I like the dupe better than the original and it's way cheaper. So I think if I ever, I keep just going on tangents, if I ever repurchased anything from alt fragrances, it definitely would be this because I really, really love this. It's actually supposed to be a cologne, but I wear it on myself and I like it just fine. And I also get compliments every time I wear this. But anyway, I brought this because I no longer had any like, because originally my Toca Cleopatra that was in another one of these atomizers was my go-to for travel, but last update I finished that one. So I decided that I was going to switch it over to my Falcon, and I brought this with me traveling this past month. So I got a pretty good amount of use on this. So now I'm here, and if you can see my line markings, that's how much I've used so far this year. So I would say I probably have, because it fills all the way to here, so I've used, oh my god, I just painted my nails literally right before I hit record, so they're still wet and now I just smudged my nail. But I would say, like, just guessing, I have half of what was in here left. So yeah, I'm really gonna try to finish this, and I'm sure that now that this is my go-to for travel, if I end up traveling anytime soon, which I don't know if I will, this should go quite quickly. I can also just like put it in my purse for like a touch up throughout the day. I'm not really sure, but this will be the next one that I focus on as far as like stuff that I'm taking with me on the go. As far, basically, like for my minis, this will be my next focus. And then, as I said last time, my focus for my large size is my Velvet Sugar from Bath and Body Works. I am pretty close to finishing this. I made my biggest jump that I have so far this year. So if you can see, I'm now down to here, and my last line marking was here. So I made like double what was my biggest jump so far this year. I doubled that in this past month. Again, like I said, last month I was focusing on this because I finished my Toca I finished my Cleopatra from Toca, and I said that this was going to be my focus because I still want to finish the Rogue Love by Rihanna, but I just realized that probably was not going to happen this year. And I was like, well, I just want to get something out. So I was putting all of my attention onto this one, really, for the most part. This is, except for I am panning this little mini in my The Office project pan for usage goal, but other than that, this was pretty much the only thing that I was wearing. So that's how I was able to make such a big jump. But yeah, I really just want to get this done. Again, this is like even bigger packaging that I want out of my life, and I just want a win, because I went into this project thinking I was going to finish a lot, and that's just not gonna happen. So I want to finish at least one. Ideally I would have this out by next update. However, I do still have, even if I made the same amount of progress as last month, I would still like just be at the bottom of this label and have this much left. So I don't know for sure if I could finish this by then. We'll see. You know, you just have to watch my next update to find out. But I'm very excited to have this done, and I don't know, maybe I don't know. I'm gonna try to find a way to make next update a really good one as well. But until then, I will just see you in my next video. And until then, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.